Every night, millions of people go to bed carrying more than just the stress of the day. They're also carrying the silent burden of high blood pressure. It's a condition often called the silent killer for a reason. No pain, no clear warning signs. Yet over time, it can quietly damage your heart, your kidneys, and even your brain. But what if the solution to lowering your blood pressure didn't lie in another pill, but in a simple drink you can make at home, one you take right before bed? Dr. Mindy Pelz, a leading voice in the world of natural and functional medicine, has helped thousands of people, especially adults over 40, improve their health through fasting, food timing, and strategic nutrition. But one of her more intriguing suggestions, especially for those struggling with high blood pressure, has to do with something you drink just before your head hits the pillow. It's not just about what you eat. It's about when and how you nourish your body, especially before sleep. Because during sleep, your body doesn't just rest, it resets. And for those struggling with high blood pressure, this overnight reset might be the most crucial window of all. You see, your blood pressure isn't static. It rises and falls throughout the day and night. But for some people, especially older adults, people with diabetes, or those under chronic stress, blood pressure stays too high at night. And that's a serious problem. Nighttime hypertension is one of the strongest predictors of heart disease and stroke. Here's where things get interesting. What you consume in the last few hours before bed can significantly influence your body's ability to relax, detoxify, and regulate blood pressure while you sleep. And Dr. Pelz points to one specific drink, simple, natural, and evidence-backed, that can help your body do just that. Before we dive into what that drink is and how it works, we're going to take a closer look at what's really happening with your blood pressure while you sleep, and why nighttime may be the most overlooked part of your heart health strategy. Because once you understand the power of your nighttime routine, you'll never look at your bedtime snack or sip the same way again. Section 1. Understanding blood pressure and its nighttime patterns. Most people know their blood pressure should be under 120/80, but few realize that your blood pressure actually follows a natural daily rhythm. It's not supposed to stay the same all day long. In fact, it should dip while you sleep. This healthy dip gives your heart and blood vessels a chance to rest and repair. But here's the part most people miss for a growing number of adults. Especially those over 50, this dip doesn't happen. Instead, their blood pressure stays elevated or even rises throughout the night. This condition is known as non-dipping blood pressure, and it's far more dangerous than many realize. When your blood pressure stays high at night, it means your cardiovascular system is under constant strain, even during sleep. And that can lead to early damage in your arteries, kidneys, and brain without you ever feeling a thing. According to studies, people with high nighttime blood pressure have a much higher risk of stroke, heart attacks, and kidney failure, even if their daytime blood pressure looks normal. That's right. You can have normal readings at the doctor's office and still be in danger if your blood pressure isn't dipping at night. So what causes this to happen? Several factors can play a role. Poor sleep quality, sleep apnea, late night eating, stress, and even dehydration can keep your blood pressure elevated while you sleep. Over time, your body adapts to this pattern, meaning the new normal becomes higher than healthy nighttime pressure. And here's something even more concerning. Traditional blood pressure medications often focus on controlling daytime levels. Unless your doctor is monitoring your blood pressure overnight with a 24-hour monitor, This critical window might be completely overlooked. But there is good news. By supporting your body's natural rhythm, especially in the hours before bed, you can help restore that healthy nighttime dip. And this is where nutrition, and more specifically, a targeted bedtime drink can make a real difference. Before we reveal Dr. Pelz's recommended drink, let's look at how sleep itself can either support or sabotage your blood pressure. Because without quality sleep, even the healthiest drink won't do much. Section 2. The role of sleep in blood pressure regulation. Imagine your body as a busy city during the day, traffic flowing, systems running, and everything in high gear. But at night, that city should quiet down. Systems slow, repair crews come out, and energy is conserved. That's exactly what sleep is meant to do for your cardiovascular system. But when sleep is disrupted or missing altogether, your body never gets the break it needs. Sleep isn't just for rest. It's a critical time for regulation. Hormones like melatonin rise at night, helping to relax your blood vessels and lower your blood pressure naturally. But if your sleep is short, shallow, or fragmented, this hormonal cascade is thrown off. And so is your blood pressure. Research shows that people who consistently get less than 6 hours of sleep are significantly more likely to develop high blood pressure. Even just a few nights of poor sleep can lead to measurable spikes. One study published in Hypertension found that people who slept poorly had higher nighttime blood pressure and greater resistance in their arteries, factors that increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. But here's where it gets even more important for older adults. As we age, our sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. It's a natural part of the aging process, but it also increases the risk of nighttime hypertension. For seniors, especially those with existing health conditions like diabetes or kidney disease, disrupted sleep is a red flag for rising nighttime blood pressure. And it's not just how long you sleep, it's how well. Deep, restorative sleep, especially during the first half of the night, helps your body shift into repair mode, where the nervous system calms down, cortisol levels drop, and blood vessels relax. This is when your blood pressure is supposed to hit its lowest point. Unfortunately, common nighttime habits can interfere with this process. Blue light from screens, caffeine after lunch, alcohol before bed, or even a heavy meal too late in the evening can all disrupt your sleep cycles and prevent this vital pressure-lowering process. That's why the hours before bed matter so much. Creating a calm, nourishing routine doesn't just help you fall asleep. It helps your body enter a deeper, more restorative state where it can heal. And as we're about to explore, what you drink before you sleep can play a surprising role in helping that process along. Dr. Mindy Pelz recommends a particular drink not just because it's calming, but because it actively supports your cardiovascular system while you rest. It's simple, it's natural, and for many, it's made a measurable difference. Let's break down what's in it, how it works, and how you can make it part of your nightly routine starting tonight. Section 3. Dr. Mindy Pelz's recommended bedtime drink. Now that we understand the importance of nighttime blood pressure regulation and the role of sleep, let's delve into the specific bedtime drink. Dr. Mindy Pelz recommends to support cardiovascular health. Dr. Pelz advocates for a natural, calming beverage that combines several ingredients known for their health benefits. Magnesium. This essential mineral plays a crucial role in muscle relaxation and nerve function. Adequate magnesium intake can help reduce blood pressure by promoting vasodilation and decreasing vascular resistance. Lemon balm, an herb from the mint family. Lemon balm has been traditionally used to alleviate stress and anxiety. Its calming effects can aid in achieving restful sleep, which is vital for blood pressure regulation. Ashwagandha KSM 66, an adaptogenic herb known for its stress-reducing properties. By modulating cortisol levels, ashwagandha can help mitigate one of the contributing factors to hypertension. Chlorella and cilantro. These ingredients are known for their detoxifying properties, assisting the body in eliminating heavy metals and other toxins that can impact cardiovascular health. Dr. Pelz has formulated these components into a supplement called Fuel for Ever Sleep, designed to be taken before bedtime to promote relaxation and support healthy blood pressure levels during sleep. For those who prefer a homemade approach, here's a simple recipe inspired by these principles. Ingredients: 1 cup of warm water or herbal tea, such as chamomile, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, a few drops of stevia or honey to taste. Optional 3 to 5 grams of glycine or collagen powder. Instructions: combine all ingredients in a cup and stir well. Consume the drink approximately 30 minutes before bedtime. This combination leverages the blood sugar regulating properties of apple cider vinegar and cinnamon, the calming effects of chamomile, and the sleep-promoting benefits of glycine or collagen. Incorporating such a drink into your nightly routine can be a simple yet effective strategy to support cardiovascular health and improve sleep quality. As always, it's advisable to consult with a healthcare professional before making significant changes to your health regimen. Section 4. Scientific evidence supporting the drink's efficacy. It's one thing to recommend a natural bedtime drink, but another to understand how and why it works. Thankfully, the science behind these ingredients is growing stronger, and researchers are beginning to uncover how certain nutrients can play a meaningful role in blood pressure management, especially overnight. Let's start with magnesium, often referred to as nature's relaxation mineral. Multiple studies have confirmed that magnesium supplementation can lead to modest but significant reductions in blood pressure. A 2016 meta-analysis published in Hypertension reviewed 34 clinical trials and found that participants who took magnesium saw improvements in both systolic and diastolic pressure. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels, improving blood flow and reducing resistance, especially important during sleep when the body is supposed to enter a state of rest and repair. Then there's glycine, a simple amino acid with big potential. Research shows that glycine not only improves sleep quality, but also supports metabolic function and cardiovascular health. One Japanese study found that glycine taken before bed improved sleep and reduced the impact of sleep deprivation on daytime performance. Other data suggest glycine can reduce core body temperature, an essential signal for the brain to enter deep sleep. Apple cider vinegar, another core ingredient, has long been associated with blood sugar control. But what's lesser known is its indirect effect on blood pressure. Stabilizing blood sugar levels helps reduce insulin resistance, a condition often linked with hypertension. In animal studies, vinegar has shown a modest ability to lower blood pressure, possibly due to its acetic acid content improving calcium absorption and enhancing nitric oxide production. Cinnamon, too, plays a dual role. It's well known for helping balance blood sugar, but it also contains antioxidant compounds that improve circulation and reduce inflammation, both key factors in long-term heart health. A 2013 review in Annals of Family Medicine found that cinnamon supplementation reduced systolic and diastolic blood pressure in people with type 2 diabetes. When combined, these ingredients don't just address blood pressure, they support a cascade of processes that make quality sleep possible. Lower cortisol levels, better blood sugar control, improved vasodilation. It's a multi-targeted approach, all working quietly while you sleep. And finally, the adaptogen ashwagandha deserves special mention. It's one of the most studied herbs for stress reduction. Chronic stress and high cortisol are directly tied to increased blood pressure. A 2021 review in Complementary Therapies in Medicine found that ashwagandha significantly reduced both stress and blood pressure levels in participants over several weeks. The takeaway: while no single ingredient is a miracle cure, the combination of these natural compounds taken at the right time, in the right way, can help set the stage for better sleep and lower blood pressure, especially when paired with other healthy nighttime habits. Up next, let's talk about what else you can do at night beyond this drink to support your heart and help your blood pressure find its natural rhythm. Section 5. Additional lifestyle tips for nighttime blood pressure management. While the right bedtime drink can be a powerful addition to your routine, it's most effective when combined with a few key lifestyle habits that support your body's ability to regulate blood pressure at night. These are small shifts, but they add up to a much bigger impact, especially over time. First, let's talk about stress. One of the most overlooked triggers for high nighttime blood pressure is elevated stress levels. You might think your body shuts off when your head hits the pillow, but if your mind is racing or your cortisol levels are high, your nervous system stays on alert. That means your blood vessels don't relax, and your heart rate stays elevated. One simple way to combat this is through evening mindfulness rituals. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, or even 10 minutes of quiet journaling before bed can lower cortisol and activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. Studies show that even brief sessions of mindfulness can improve sleep quality and reduce nighttime blood pressure. Light exposure also plays a role. Too much artificial light, especially blue light from phones or TVs, can suppress melatonin, the hormone that not only helps you fall asleep, but also supports healthy blood pressure rhythms. Try dimming your lights in the evening, turning off screens at least 30 minutes before bed, or using blue light blocking glasses if screen time is unavoidable. Then, there's the timing of your last meal. Eating too close to bedtime, especially heavy or high-sodium meals, can interfere with both your digestion and your blood pressure. Late-night eating prompts your body to stay in active mode instead of shifting into rest. Try to finish your last meal 2 to 3 hours before bed, and opt for lighter, nutrient-dense foods if you need a snack. Temperature matters, too. A cooler bedroom, ideally between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, can help trigger your body's natural drop in core temperature that signals it's time for sleep. That temperature drop also contributes to the normal nighttime dip in blood pressure. Another overlooked tool is hydration. Dehydration thickens your blood and makes your heart work harder, which can raise blood pressure. Make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day, but taper off in the evening to avoid waking up in the night. And finally, don't underestimate the power of routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps regulate your body's internal clock, including blood pressure rhythms. Consistency allows your body to anticipate when it should lower heart rate, release melatonin, and enter recovery mode. Together, these simple actions create a calming rhythm that trains your body to relax, repair, and reset, Combine them with Dr. Pelz's drink, and you've got a natural nighttime protocol that not only helps you sleep better, but protects your heart while you do. Next, let's hear from some real people who've tried these tips and the difference it made in their lives. Section 6. Real-life success stories. Sometimes, the most convincing evidence doesn't come from a research paper. It comes from real people, trying simple changes and witnessing profound results. The bedtime drink Dr. Mindy Pelz recommends, paired with nighttime wellness habits, has quietly changed lives, one night at a time. Take Maria, a 64-year-old retired school teacher who had been struggling with high blood pressure for nearly a decade. Her doctor had prescribed medication, which helped during the day. But every time she wore a 24-hour blood pressure monitor, her nighttime readings were still elevated. She often woke up groggy and anxious, never feeling truly rested. After watching a podcast episode featuring Dr. Pelz, Maria decided to try the bedtime drink. She combined magnesium powder with warm herbal tea and began winding down with soft music instead of scrolling on her phone. Within 2 weeks, she noticed she was sleeping deeper and waking up without her usual morning tension. A follow-up 24-hour monitor showed her nighttime blood pressure had dropped by nearly 10 points. It felt like my body finally remembered how to relax, she said. Then there's James, a 58-year-old truck driver who struggled with sleep apnea and pre-hypertension. He was skeptical of anything that wasn't a pill. But after his wife encouraged him to try the nighttime drink, especially one that included glycine and cinnamon, he agreed. It tasted like warm apple pie, he joked. But what really surprised him was how much better he slept. Fewer wake-ups, less tossing and turning. Over time, his blood pressure normalized, and he even began to shed some of the weight that had crept up over the years. And there's also Linda, 70, who had been dealing with stress-induced high blood pressure after losing her husband. She didn't want more medication. She wanted peace. By integrating a nighttime ritual of magnesium tea, gentle stretching, and writing down 3 things she was grateful for, she noticed more than just a drop in her blood pressure. "I got my calm back," she said. "For the first time in months, I felt like I had a little control again." These stories aren't miracles. They're not overnight cures. But they're powerful reminders that small, consistent choices, especially before bed, can add up to big changes. When you support your body's natural rhythms, you give it a chance to do what it was designed to do: heal, reset, and protect you. And while everyone's journey is different, the message is the same. You don't have to wait for your health to get worse before you act. Sometimes, it starts with just 1 cup. In our final section, let's bring everything together and talk about how you can start your own nighttime blood pressure ritual, starting tonight. Conclusion and call to action. So here's what we've learned. High blood pressure doesn't just strike during the day. For many, it becomes most dangerous at night when we're supposed to be resting, healing, and recovering. That's when your body needs your support the most. And that's also when most people ignore the problem. But now, you know better. You've seen how your blood pressure follows a natural rhythm, how it's meant to dip at night, and what happens when it doesn't. You've discovered how poor sleep, stress, late-night eating, and even blue light can disrupt your cardiovascular recovery. And you've learned that with just a few small steps, you can begin to restore that balance gently, naturally, and powerfully. Dr. Mindy Pelz's bedtime drink isn't just another wellness trend. It's a carefully chosen combination of ingredients, magnesium, glycine, cinnamon, herbs, and adaptogens that support relaxation, detoxification, and circulation. It's about helping your body do what it was designed to do: lower blood pressure, calm the nervous system, and reset overnight. You've also seen how real people like Maria, James, and Linda have made small changes that led to big results. No gimmicks, no overnight transformations, just consistency, intention, and a willingness to try something new. Now, it's your turn. Here's your challenge tonight. Before bed, make this simple drink. Take 5 minutes for yourself. Dim the lights. Turn off the screens. Let this be your signal to your body it's time to rest, repair, and recover. Do this every night for 1 week and see how you feel. Track your sleep. Pay attention to your mornings. Talk to your doctor if you're monitoring your blood pressure. Because your health doesn't change all at once. It changes in the small moments. In what you choose before bed. In what you feed your body. And how you care for your mind. This isn't just about a drink. It's about reclaiming your nights and giving your heart the support it's quietly asking for. If you found this helpful, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Someone who's been struggling with sleep, or with blood pressure, or just feeling tired all the time. Because what we do for ourselves is powerful, but what we share with others can change lives. And if you'd like more natural health tips like this, subscribe to the channel and join us for more ways to protect your health, one simple choice at a time. Because your nights matter. And they can be the key to a healthier tomorrow.